Every YouTuber goes to this. Eventually, there comes a point where you literally don't know what to do. Now, when I started this channel, I told myself that this was gonna be a variety channel, meaning you're gonna see multiple things on here. You're gonna see gaming, mainly gaming. You're gonna see reaction videos. You may even see vlogs. You might even see like challenges like try not to laugh or reaction or anything really. When you explore around YouTube well enough, there are some things you want to try out, and I came across Susie. I don't know, for people who don't know who that is. If you don't, he's basically someone that tells his stories throughout his life. He animates them. This isn't gonna be animated. This is just gonna be me. I mean, it's gonna be edited, but it's like I'm gonna try my best ability to edit it in a funny way. But they're not gonna exactly be. They're not gonna be animated. If they do get animated at some point, then that'd be cool. But this is a new series I'm introducing to the channel called Storytime. This is the pilot, so we're gonna see how this goes. And depending on likes, depending on views, depending on comments, if you want me to keep doing this, telling just personal life stories, we'll see how it goes. So to start off, this is how I almost got left back. Part 1. Reason why I'm saying part 1, because this is not the first time this has happened to me, but this is one of the biggest moments that in my life that I got nervous about. So I'm at school. We're about to end. I'm in 8th grade, by the way. We're about to end the year, which means I'm about to go graduate and become a high schooler. I'm about to become a freshman. Now, let's just say, through kindergarten to 2nd grade, I was a scholar student. I wasn't getting C's, I wasn't getting F's, it was only A's and B's. No idea what changed 3rd grade and on. I just got lazy. So, basically those C's started coming in, and then the F's started coming in. It just got bad. Now the school I go to doesn't have D's. Don't do it.
D's nuts.
So it just goes to A, B, C, and F. There's no D's.
Nuts.
So there came a point many times, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, and 7th grade, where I almost got held back a year. But it wasn't as serious as the one in 8th grade, because the one in 8th grade, I'm about to go graduate, and we have a ceremony. Now, for the people that are outside of America, like in Canada or in UK that watch my videos, because I actually get like 3% of viewers from the UK, the way school works over here, it'll be kindergarten. Well, kindergarten is like, that's to start off. Then you have elementary school, which is 1st to 5th grade, I think. And then there's middle school, which is 6th through 8th, or 7th through 8th, I don't know. And then there's high school, which is 9th grade, freshman year, 10th grade, sophomore year, 11th grade, our junior year, and then 12th grade, our senior year. That's how school works for us. Let's just start it off here. So I'm having trouble with 2 classes. One of them are my math class and my English class. My English class was going okay. It was nothing new. It was just reading this, that, you know, doing normal things. But math, I don't know what it was. So for starters, the teacher that we started off the school year with, literally 3 months after we've gotten a good experience with that teacher, she just disappeared. Like we were about to get a test, and everyone was like frighteningly nervous, but boom, disappeared. Like Thanos snapped her out of existence or something. Now we're all confused to why we're getting sub after sub. We had a sub for like a month. We didn't learn nothing, we didn't learn no math. And then eventually one of the security guards at my school decided to teach us math for about 2 months. Yeah, that didn't sit well. Now here's the thing about the security guards at my school. They got no weapons. All they do is sit and write up students. If an actual scenario where we needed security guards happened at the school, what are they gonna do? Because all they really do is write up students and then talk to the other security guards on the radios. And not only that, like 60% of the security guards are like 90-pound females. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying they can't fight or anything, but like, what is a 90-pound female gonna do against like some terrorist with an AK? Like, what is that gonna do? Basically, one of our security guards decides teaching us math. No one liked him. No one liked him. He was just one of those security guards that just got on everybody's nerves. Eventually, he left. He stopped teaching us, and then they brought in a kindergarten teacher to teach pre-algebra. You could already see in that sentence where things are gonna go wrong. He was like one of the nicest teachers ever. That math class was goated throughout the whole year because we literally didn't do anything that year. But She was the nicest teacher, but I swear she had it out for me. Like, I swear, any time where me and my group of friends were talking and having fun, she singled me out. I wanted to say it was because she was racist, but one of the people in that friend group were black, and the rest were Hispanics like me. So I have no idea why she singled me out. We'll be all taking a test. The whole class is laughing. I'll actually be trying to pass it because I know my grades are bad. My friends are laughing. And then she just singles me out. Like, what the fuck? I swear, that teacher wanted to fight me. I swear. It came down to the point where I had to pass the finals. I told myself these finals are going to be easy for English and math. I go in, take the finals, walk out. I tell myself, wow, those are really easy tests. Yeah, no. As I thought these were going to be easy, like a week later, I'm having a talk with my guidance counselor, and she's just like nice, talking to me. I'm expecting her to say some shit about my grades, and then she just drops the bomb heavy. Look, you're failing math. You're failing English. If you can't get one of these grades up in the next 2 hours, you're not gonna walk during 8th grade graduation. Yeah, so obviously you can see how that could fuck with the kid's head. While everyone I know, my friends, people that I don't talk to, bully, anyone that goes to the school that's in 8th grade right now is practicing the graduation ceremony, and I'm sitting in a whole different class doing English assignments because they told me there was no way to bring up my math grade, but I could bring up the English grade to a C, and I won't be able to fail. So I'm doing mad English assignments, and I'm practically praying every assignment before, I'm praying that every assignment is good before I turn it in. It came down to the point where I started crying because me and my cousin are in the same grade. So imagine how it's gonna look if our whole family pulls up to graduation, he walks up on the stage and I don't. Not a good look. Eventually, I go like it's the end of the day. I'm about to go home. The next time I show up to the school, it's gonna be the graduation ceremony on the weekend. You don't know how nervous I was to check my emails, man. Because I had to check my emails after I left in order to see if I passed the grade or not. But here's what made me think I didn't pass. I go to tell the English teacher, yo, I turned in like 7 assignments. Can you check them for me? Because if you don't turn those in, I won't be able to pass your class and I will get left back, and I don't want to do that. So she goes, oh, okay. Let me go grade them right now. Let me go to my room. So I see her walk to her room. I'm about to go to my locker. I'm like, yes, I think I'm safe. This girl walks out of the classroom with her purse and her coat, and she's ready to leave. I've never been. I thought this was gonna be the point where this is gonna be the scariest moment of my life, but turns out what happened 5 minutes later was even scarier. See, I used to live right next door to my cousin, so his uncle would come pick us up every day after school. He would come pick us up, and then he would drop us off at his house, and I'll just walk across the street to my house. That's how it always went. Now, this one time was particularly different. See, my dad lives all the way in Texas. Not to say that he abandoned me or anything like that. He still tries to be a father. Like, he still comes around, talks to me, all that stuff. It's not like he's a bad father or anything. Like, he told me he wanted to move away from the drama. We're not going to get into that. I'm just saying he didn't abandon me. He's still my father. We still have a bond to the end. I'm over here thinking to myself, because my mother is very lenient, that if I tell her I didn't graduate, she's just going to give me she's just going to yell at me a lot, and my summer's probably going to be a living hell. But at least I won't get my ass whooped. The only person that'll be doing the ass whooping is my dad. Literally, not even 30 seconds later after I think this in my head, who do I see waiting in the car with my uncle? My dad. Like, I don't think you could even understand how scared I was, because it didn't take much to set my dad off. If you give my dad just one little reason to get just a little bit angry, it's like when Thanos shows up in Infinity War and you just know you're about to die. You know you can't win. So basically, my dad hugs me. He's practically crying. He's saying, I missed you so much, son. Congratulations on graduating. So I'm hugging him. I'm like, yeah. But in my mind, I'm like,
I don't feel so good.
We drive around the state for like an hour, talking, catching up, all that with my uncle and my cousin, and eventually we came back home. I'm still nervous as hell because my dad is here. My whole family's about to watch my other cousin graduate, and I don't think I'm graduating. We got back to the house, but I told him, look, I gotta go to my house real quick, so I gotta change out of my school uniform. By the way, our school made us wear these uncomfortable ass uniforms, so it was a good excuse for changing, going back to the house. But in reality, I didn't need to change. I had the clothes that I normally wear underneath my school uniform just in case I'm doing something afterwards. Because that has happened to me before. I had to go to the movie theater one time in my school uniform, and that's not a good look. I go back to my house. You don't even know. Like, I was literally debating myself for like a good 20 minutes to not open the emails and just pray that my name is called up during the graduation ceremony. I am literally so nervous. I open up my iPad, I go to Gmail, and I see one email with the title subject that says, moving on to the 9th grade. Now here's how I wanted to react to it. Yes, I did it. But here's how I reacted instead.
Yes! 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 Yes!
I was so happy. I've never been that happy before in my life. Like, my brothers who are older than me just came back from work and are taking naps because they have to get up super early, and they're waking up, they're walking out of their rooms to the fattest kid they know doing cartwheels. Like, you don't even know how happy I was. I took a shower, got changed, went back down to my uncle's, and I started talking with my dad. And I remember my dad asking me this one question. So, when did you realize that you were about to fully become a freshman? Like 30 seconds ago. What? Like three months ago, when I passed a test and I had like the most amazing grades. I didn't tell my dad nothing. I did not tell him a single thing. I kept my poker face strong that day. But you don't even understand how happy I was to know that I was gonna walk. I was still nervous come graduation day that they might even call my name and I still not might even walk. Thankfully, they called my name and it was a wonderful moment. You would think that's where I learned my lesson. No. Because my freshman year, I actually failed English, and I had to retake it my 10th grade year along with English too. So I had 2 English classes. And COVID hit the next year, my junior year, and it was all virtual. That wasn't a fun year, but we're going to save that for another story. So the lesson of this story here is, don't be an NVTH. Get good grades, because if you get good grades, you don't have to rely on 50 subscribers, 0 comments, and like 3 likes per video, and pray to God that you actually go somewhere in life. Because that's what I'm doing.